Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Making the Tea Rational, where I make all the tea and gossip make sense. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Did you guys see the live with Ty Taylor and Daisha when they were battling two other people? And the comment section was telling Ty that CJ So Cool and his ex-Lexi had another sex tape that was kind of circulating around on the internet, and Ty's eyes started filling up with water immediately. I guess she was so hurt just thinking of the idea that maybe he cheated on her with Lexi. But Ty couldn't even, pay attention to the game after that. She was so focused on what they were saying, and it basically really almost traumatized her. You can just tell. Her eyes were just very watery. And Daisha's stop paying attention to all that nonsense. Let's get back to the game. And, demanding Ty to not really focus on it or anything. But she had every right to do that. If I was Ty, I would want to know if my man was cheating too. If he cheated, if it was something recent, if it was something in the past. And how can we have that removed off the social media? Because I don't know why people do stuff like this. People will show their body parts. They will make these sex tapes and they get put out on the internet. They know it happens to people time and time again. People do it as revenge, which is illegal to do, but people do it. So why would you even make a sex tape with somebody? So that wouldn't even be a possibility if you wouldn't do it. But not only that, people don't think about their kids. What about their kids getting bullied because of what you're doing as their parent? And I don't understand why CJ So Cool or Lexi or anybody else in the world, why they continue to do stuff like that. Keep your body parts to yourself. That's between you and the person that you love. What if you go and you get married one day and you say you want to change your life? And you're putting that person out like that too, and their kids. So I think when things like that are on the internet, I think it's worth paying some money to have that stuff removed. I think it's a bad look, and it does make you look like, that's like almost soft prostitution type of thing when you're doing stuff like that, even if you're just showing your body parts. Are you doing it for money? What are you really doing it for? Your body part ain't got nothing to do with the world. That's between you and the person you with. And yourself. Of course, obviously, it's on you. So, but it's disgusting to me when people do stuff like that. I just don't think it's a good look, but that's just my opinion. And I feel like Ty should ask CJ about that. But I also don't understand why Lexi is still in the picture. Because I'm going to tell you something. I think that dog of CJ's it represents something between Lexi and CJ. I believe that dog is a way for them to stay in communication with one another. Although Lexi is saying the dog is hers, CJ saying the dog is his. So what does that mean? Does that mean that there's something going on, that the dog represents something, a connection between those two somehow, and she still feels like she's connected through the dog, Lexi, by having the dog over there, and then she's making posts showing the dog. And I do think it's being messy. I really do believe that. I think, she shouldn't be posting things like that. If she has her own dog, she should just post her own dog. But I know it may be kind of hard if the dogs are playing together, but there's a way to do it. And I just don't understand, if CJ hurt Lexi like he did, why would she even want to have any type of communication with this man? Why wouldn't she want to move on with her life? Because if CJ is saying he's moving on into a new relationship with Ty, shouldn't it just be that? It shouldn't be Lexi is still in the picture. I can understand him and Royalty having communication because they have kids together. But a dog, anybody can watch that dog. And why is the dog over there? Like they said, The dog is over at Lexi's mother's house, Mimi, but Lexi and her mother live together. So when he goes over there to see the dog, and providing he's doing that, then the dog is there. And so, I mean, Lexi's going to be right there. And I still believe it's some kind of way for her to stay connected to CJ So Cool. I really do. She's making cooking videos just like Royalty's doing, and in regards to Ty's cooking and all that. So it's just like these people have not moved on. I mean, CJ, what are you doing to these women? Because he do not want to move on. And I don't understand. Are they wanting to share the man? I mean, what are they trying to do? They talk negatively about him, but it just seemed like they missed something about him. I guess they missed the lifestyle they had when they was with him. And, intimacy too, I guess, apparently. I don't know. But, yeah, it just seems like it's a lot of competition. Everybody's taking pot shots at Ty, for one thing or another. Either it's her hair or it's her cooking or it's something. But, CJ somebody now he don't have anything to do with Lexi anymore. All that's over with and done. But she still has your dog. And then this is other thing. When Ty went home and, to back to ATL, and she called CJ, she was like, when I was out there, I noticed somebody drunk my coffee. Where's my coffee? Who drunk it? CJ did not have anything to say. He was caught off guard. So is Lexi possibly coming over there drinking the coffee? Or is it her mother? Who's drinking her coffee? Because I think she knows that CJ doesn't drink coffee like that. So who else would be drinking it? Kamari? I mean, who's really drinking her coffee? Because he never answered it. Because you would think if it was something innocent or, it was nothing, he would have just said, oh, that's Kamari. Oh, that's such and such drinking the coffee. And I think Lexi possibly could be bringing a dog over there for CJ to see their dog. When his kids are not there, because he says his daughter's allergic to the dog, that's why they have it. But couldn't he have had somebody in his family watch the dog or somebody else? Why does she have to be the one to watch the dog? And why does her mother have to be the one to babysit his kids? It's just bizarre to me. And then he want to say that Lexi's mother is not judgmental and, she doesn't take sides. Of course she's going to take sides. That's her daughter. If anything happens, she's going over there. Lexi's asking questions. They're talking about what's going on over there. You don't think her and her daughter discussed Ty and CJ's relationship? I doubt that. And I just don't like when men do that. Oh, this is my best friend, but they used to be together and all that. I mean, people are into some weird things and they try to, it's like girls who say they're friends with exes and all that. It's nothing wrong. When they have kids together, I get it. You want to have a harmonious relationship. You don't want to have all that fighting and, disagreements and things. I get it when kids are involved. But when you have no strings attached, why are you creating strings for you to have to keep going back? And that's what I think Flo is, the dog, for Lexi and CJ. I'm just going to be honest. I think it's just a way for them to keep communicating. And then CJ also said that Ty knew that he was talking to Lexi before. But apparently Ty doesn't like it. She must have told him, you're going to have to stop doing that. Because now you say, hell no, I'm not talking to Lexi anymore. I bet you're not. I bet you're not. The way Ty is acting, she don't play about her man, honey. So can you guys tell me in the comment section, do you think this sex tape that's circulating now is something old or if it's something new? Or do you think Ty really has anything to worry about? And do you think Lexi should be in the picture still? What do you guys think about that?
Ty, yeah. You ready? What you over there? Stop worrying about the mess. Because I'm trying to see if they lying or not. Lying about what? What is it? They distracting you.
I need to get into this.
Get into what? Get into what?
Tell your people to reload.
When they said about the white boy, the white girl.
Well, CJ will Lex. Oh, see, but Carl first.
Okay, she's here.
Yeah.
Mr. Glitch. Okay.
What happened?
Right on time.
We can't hear you, Ty. We can't hear nothing.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, lock in, bro. Fuck all that. What you?
I'm locked in.
You're not locked in. Lock in, bro. All right, let go.
Cause drama, you're wrong. Mimi and Ty, they been met over the phone a month ago, and Mimi has been taking care of Flo, which most of you probably already knew. And Ty has been on the phone with me and Mimi as I coordinated those type of things. And then when we first came to Vegas for the first time, Mimi and Ty had like a 2-hour talk. Mimi is a good person, man. I don't know if y'all already knew that or not, but she's definitely a good person. She's in her 60s and she doesn't do drama or pick sides. She just does what's right, kind of like me. So she's on her way to watch the kids. Me and Ty, we going out to a hookah lounge. Ty loves hookah. I don't, so I'm gonna let her do her thing with that. But I'm hungry, and so we're gonna get the kids some food. Mimi's gonna watch them, and we're gonna go be adults. Because one thing I learned from Ty, I've seen it from a lot of mothers out there actually. You don't have to always stay at home. You can hire help, you can get help. It takes a village, and you can still live your life. You don't want to be regretting living life because you think you're doing something wrong by allowing someone to help you out. All right, that's what I've learned, and I've never been able to do this before. Besides when I asked my brother Kenneth, and when I asked my brother Kenneth last time, it just wasn't a good time. First rights refusal does not apply during my week. First rights refusal is something that you apply, like if you're going out of town, and you know that you're not going to be there the whole time. Gonna go out, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, and then I'll be back. CJ's my costume. Chad! Oh, somebody threw something big! Let me see. Show me something back. Shout out to Unguardable. I just followed you back. Always keep God first. Tamika, what's good? Tamika Hayes. Thank y'all too for. Oh, y'all pulled up with no smoke in y'all blunt. I see what's going on. I see what my chat doing. My chat over here trying to be Dr. Phil. Instead of just having fun with us, they just over here judging us, baby. They trying to tell us they God. From 2 different places for 2 different kids. Yes. That's a good nanny. W nanny in the chat.
Okay, Daisha, let's just stop talking about it. Nobody's seen it. Let's just shh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would like to know.
Babe, stop being messy.
I was being messy.
And you embarrassed. Okay, let me just mute her.
Tell me Daisha because I just muted her. What'd you say, Daisha? Excuse me, say what? Come again, say what?
Anyway, Ty over there showing that boy that bought transformed.
Oh my God.
That's a lot going on.
Shut up.
If somebody
like, you're being messy. All you had to do was come back on the live and shut up.
Somebody
you want to come on the live
Lexi reposting your dog, shit gonna be in the motherfucking frenzy around this bitch. So that's why I said she need to just sit this one out and be quiet. Because it's a whole lot of messy shit going on. Everybody just need to be quiet. That's what I feel. Everybody just need to shut the fuck up and mind their motherfucking business. Because everybody get to showing their little shit, then everybody get to acting crazy. That's all I said.
You said what? Mommy.
That's all I said.
I ain't hear nothing she said.
DJ, do you still have any communication with Lexi?
Hell no. And any communication that was had, Ty seen it.
Ty, are you ready to be a stepmother?
Yes.
Well,
he had messaged my friend sexual things, another friend of mine sexual things, multiple times. I don't know about y'all, but I count that as emotionally cheating in my book. So I don't run with it. I'm not okay with it. I don't condone it, and I think it's disrespectful. I had brought it up to him, and not in an attacking way, because I've learned from my past, and I'd rather just want to know why people do such hurtful things instead of attack them and call them names. I just want to know why people do it. I just simply brought it up to him, and he just shut me out and told me to get out, which is why I've always had a house and I've never fully moved in with him. Yes, I had my clothes and everything there, and we lived together all the time. I would come home to, you know, take care of my dog.
Want to see my dogs get crazy? Who's there? Oh my gosh, come on, let's go. Who's there? Yeah.